Hey, my name is Stix and welcome back to Player Pass, a video series where I play a new gacha game and I tell you whether or not you should play or pass on it. Today we're taking a look at UMA MUSUME. This is one of, if not Japan's biggest gacha game, and has been its biggest gacha game ever since it released. It just released globally in the last 48 hours, 72 hours. I do have to move my cam over a little bit because this is a very unique looking game. While it does have a landscape mode, I don't think the UI is necessarily all that PC friendly. You have the menu over on the right, you have the actual game over on the left. So it kind of has the portrait mode, a vertical game mode as if you were playing it on the phone. And then it has the menu there open as well. I guess it provides ease of access. Now this game, let me tell you, this is both one of the cutest, probably arguably more fun gacha game releases of 2025, but at the same time is incredibly overwhelming, ridiculously challenging, and insanely over the top with regards to its complexity. I played for several hours on stream last night. I continued playing a little bit after, and I feel like the more I've played it, the less I actually understood of it. Now that definitely is a type of game that appeals to some people. I know there are people that, when I did my video earlier today going over game releases in July, pointed out that it was too convoluted for them and they just didn't want to invest the time necessarily into learning all the interesting mechanics and the intricacies of what makes this game function and work, and that's totally understandable. That's perfectly fine. Different kinds of gamers like different kinds of games. I also believe that this is probably overly complicated, too overly complicated even for me, but at the same time I do appreciate it for the kind of game that it is. So essentially, the bulk of the game takes place around the career feature here, or at the very least, this is what I understand of it. You essentially build your characters and then you race with them. I have very limited characters right now. Here is Rice Shower. She's a character I've been using. I was told that she's not necessarily the best character, but that's perfectly fine. You choose your character, you select legacies. These are other characters that you can essentially equip. You then navigate on over to selecting your deck. These are all things that you actually acquire through the gacha, and then you start the character's career. This costs TP, which you see down the bottom left of the screen. Now, your horse girl, your character, they have their own stats, their own skills, and are essentially required to, let me just skip through this real quick. So this is kind of like a slice of life game, right? You enter the career, or your horse's career, and essentially the careers are like a cycle, and there are numerous different races you need to successfully complete. I have yet to, I think, clear the 5th or 6th race. I keep getting like 8th or 9th, and I need to be in the top 3. So essentially, your character has various different stats. You can level your speed, stamina, power, guts, and wit. All of these raise your affinity essentially with different terrain types. There are slopes, there are different types of tracks like dirt. These all impact your character's ability to successfully finish a map, or finish a race rather. I've learned that leveling your speed technically is important, but at the same time, leveling your guts is also important, because what I've been told and what I've noticed is that your guts actually directly affects your, like, the boost you get at the end, and whether or not your character is actually capable of successfully pulling that off. Your character also has various different skills. These are things that are directly affect the map you're in, or your character overall. I mean, here is an example: moderately increased performance in cloudy weather, or improve running on a downhill. This is for a pace chaser, which I believe my character is. Gotta go ahead and learn that. I'm gonna go back here and train her a little bit more. Gotta keep leveling speed and guts. I should level stamina too, technically. Now, as you continue to level your character or her abilities, you'll get scenes like this, which also either recover your energy, because you do have a limit in terms of how much energy you're allotted that you can consume per day. Choosing the right dialogue options boosts various different stats, so you don't need to necessarily train as hard. I'm going to train speed one more time. Her energy is low, so at this juncture, there's a lot of text, as you can see, but at this juncture, you can rest, you can go the recreation route, or you can go to the infirmary if your character is hurt or injured or sick. But I need to recover my energy. I'm gonna go ahead and then continue building up speed and guts here. I did notice that leveling certain stats like this, such as guts or speed, can actually reduce the level of other stats, so you have to be very careful about what you do. We're at 2 turns left before the race, so we're gonna go ahead here and rest. We want to be nice and relaxed in preparation for the race here. I'm gonna level my guts one more time, and then it will be race day. Here we go. And this is where things get juicy, because these girls are competitive. They are insanely competitive. And this is pretty much the bulk of the game. This is the entire game cycle. Before we go any further, I do want to take a moment here to thank all of my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, and I genuinely cannot thank you all enough for the support. You build up your characters just like this. You prepare to race. You see all your competitors. My girl's super cute. And then the race starts. And you watch them. You can increase the speed, thankfully, all about to 4 times, and you can skip right to the end also if you want to. So, my character cheated and activated her special ability here, and won the race. But that's the first one. That's the beginner level. It's very difficult, honestly, to lose that. After this raid is where I always start to go downhill. Immediately after. You can see the different options here. There are Spring S, Japanese Derby, Kikuka Show, Nikkei Show, etc., etc. I get first place in the Spring Show. I then get 3rd or 4th in the Japanese Derby, and then I get 9th or 10th in the Kikuka. And I have yet to be able to actually surpass that. And there is a reason for that. The reason for that is that my character is largely unenhanced. There are numerous different ways of actually improving your character. Not only can you level her skills or obtain new skills and level her stats via the career mode, you can also raise individual character potential. This allows for you to gain distinct advantages while actually in the career. Ascending your character allows for them to unlock their potential, which makes them stronger, once again boosting their overall stats and making them significantly better in the career mode. There's the gacha itself. There are numerous different banners available. They give you support cards, which are essentially equipped onto your characters to, once again, boost their output and their performance in the career mode. There are normal banners or limited banners. There are paid banners exclusively, which allows for you to get guaranteed 3-star characters by paying. I know that that definitely upset some people when I was streaming yesterday. They were saying that was very pay to win because, I mean, you're guaranteed a 3-star character upon your first 10 pull of each banner, and it only costs 1,500 premium currency. You can level up your support cards. This is essentially like gear for your character. The stronger your support cards, the higher chance you have of successfully clearing each individual race. I haven't leveled any of mine. These are just purely from playing the game, the levels that I've achieved. I should be. I really should. It's not really very difficult to level, and the advantages are significant. As you can see, there's a story mode, which lets you play through the main story if you're interested. This was super cute from what I played of it. There are individual UMA MUSUME stories, which are the various different horse girls. There are extras down here, but apparently this is a feature that I have not yet unlocked. But with the exception of a few very minor side activities, that's the bulk of the game. It's a very cute game with cute characters, a cute gameplay loop. It can be very, very complicated. Learning how to actually level your character, maximizing your performance, which isn't something Papa Stix normally has problems with, is definitely time consuming and is probably too complicated for a lot of us casual gacha gamers. And that's fine, because this game isn't for everyone, but you know what, not every game is, and I'm okay with that. Overall, this game is a lot of fun. There's no combat, and it's very narrative driven, and kind of feels like a great side game, a great game to play on the side, so that you could just play through while playing something else. You can have open on your phone, just clicking on the side while playing Wuthering Waves, while playing Honkai Star Rail or Zenless or Nikkei, whatever game is on your PC at the time, while watching YouTube, on a bus, train, whatever, wherever. This right here is a super casual, friendly, very cute gacha game to play. Would I recommend you play it? Yes, I would. Do not pass on this unless, of course, you're very interested in combat, and that is a focal point of whether or not you enjoy a game, in which case this is going to be a hard pass for you. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.